The Centers for Disease Control has launched a new anti-smoking campaign that is as shocking as it is controversial. It tries to scare smokers into quitting. And in England, another ad is tackling the difficult subject of teen date rape in an equally graphic manner.
It's called If You Could See Yourself. We're going to take a look at it, but just a warning, you might find this a little disturbing.
You do, you downstairs. Let's get downstairs for a bit. Come on.
Yeah, a bit.
Stop it, wait. No, I don't want to.
Just stop being weird.
Stop! Look, look, she doesn't want to! What are you doing? Just stop!
So the question is, do these ads really work and do they go too far? Joining us now are Matt Macdonald, Executive Creative Director of JWT, which is one of the world's largest advertising agencies, and CBS This Morning contributor Lee Woodruff. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being here.
Morning.
I guess the first question, Matt, is, we've seen this scared straight approach before. Does this actually work?
Absolutely, it does. I mean, first of all, we're talking about it, and we're talking about it here, which is the first sign that something's working. I think ads like this one are provocative, they're shocking, but they're also they're telling the truth, and they're forcing people to confront a reality that may be uncomfortable, but it forces them to take action and to listen and to sort of change their preconceived notions of what date rape could be.
I have to admit, I literally looked away because it's hard to watch something like that. And Lee, you're the mother of two 12-year-old girls. Right. Is that the kind of thing you want them to see? And do you think it would impact them positively to change their actions in the future?
I do. I don't know that I would have them watch it right now. I think some of that's about timing, but they're in middle school, and I think in another year or so, that's a conversation we will absolutely have. And I think that kind of graphic shock value stuff works on kids when you're talking about that kind of behavior.
I'm curious about the shock factor because there's another ad out right now about anti-smoking, these kind of graphic ads that are out there. And some people wonder if the shock factor takes over and you kind of lose the message of the actual ad. What do you think?
It's interesting. There's a 2003 study that actually proved that shocking images and shocking ads actually force people to recall the message more, and it actually changes behavior, especially among young people. So I think that, beyond just the way that we have a visceral reaction to the ads, we know that they do work, and we know that academically.
Although I think smoking with kids is a little bit different. It's an addiction, so you're up against a nicotine addiction, and I think also kids are impervious, right? It's not going to happen to me. I think smoking's harder than something like date rape. But
so as a parent, Lee, what do you think would really get through to your children?
On smoking?
Yeah. Is there something, or is this one of those problems? And I see you shaking your head, Matt.
Well, it's interesting. I think you need to do different tactics to reach different audiences. I know that the CDC's campaign is targeting older smokers, people who might be concerned about their personal health. I think kids, you might need another tactic. There's a famous Truth campaign that actually went against the tobacco industry and said that these companies are targeting you and made them the enemy. And I think that's a really effective message to kids because they're not worried about their health right now, but they do want to know if somebody's coming after them.
I did a story in Montana where they were trying to combat the meth problem, and they had these ads that showed kids what they would look like on meth years later. And that really had an impact on those kids and really dropped their meth rates. Do you think some of it is how you relate to the teenager?
Yeah, sure.
I do. I think you have to. I think a kid has to relate to a kid. I think to show a child the ads, the CDC ads, for example, with older people, they're going to think, well, I'm never going to be that old. You're never going to get to 30 when you're 10. So I think some of it, too, is peer pressure. And I think now with more education in schools and smoking being uncool, kind of, that works, so much more than sometimes just an ad.
Great points. All right, Lee Woodruff, Matt Macdonald, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.